Hello, class. My name is Dr. Kennedy Paron, and today we will be going over Chapter 3, the Prenatal Development Chapter. We will be starting with Section 1 of Chapter 3. We're going to begin by talking about the germinal stage. This is also known as the wandering stage because the zygote will wander to the uterus and attach itself. So the period of development between conception and implantation of the embryo in the uterus of the mother is called the germinal stage. Within the first 36 hours of conception, the zygote will actually divide into 32 cells. Between the next 3 and 4 days, the zygote will reach the uterus. Within 3 to 4 days of the zygote reaching the uterus, it will have implanted itself in the wall of the uterus. And this is why it is called the wandering stage. So figure 3.1 in the book shows a great description, a visual description of the ovarian cycle, the conception, and finally the early days of the germinal stage. So as you can see, there is a zygote. It goes to 2 cells, 4, 8, and keeps moving upward in size. This is part of conception. It will finally implant itself in the uterine wall. So we have some important vocabulary to go over. We're going to start by covering blastocytes. These are a stage within the germinal period of prenatal development in which the zygote forms a sphere of cells surrounding a cavity of fluid. We then move on to the embryonic disc. This is a plate in the inner part of the blastocyte that differentiates itself in terms of the ectoderm, the mesoderm, the endoderm, all of the embryo. We then go to the tropoblasts. These are the outer part of the blastocyte where the amniotic sac, the placenta, and the umbilical cord are present to develop. Finally, we're going to discuss the placenta. This is an organ connected to the uterine wall and to the fetus as well as the umbilical cord. The placenta serves as a relay station between the mom and the baby and exchange not only nutrients, but also waste, and is also there for protection of the fetus. So next we're going to cover what happens when the zygote wanders, you might wonder. So the mass wanders from the fallopian tubes and enters the uterus for 3 days. The cells then turn into the fetus and are nourished by the yolk of the egg. The goal here of the fetus is to make its way to the uterus and attach itself to the wall of this organ. When implantation occurs into the uterus, bleeding can occur, and this is very common. And that is the end of section 3.1. We will be covering 3.2 shortly.